Alright, let's dive into something that's been making the rounds lately, a hit-and-run incident at a Sydney bus stop. Now, before we get into the details, I want to pause for a second. Hit-and-runs are one of those things that just feel so senseless, right? You're talking about a split-second decision that can change lives forever. And what makes this really interesting is the context: a busy bus stop in Lane Cove, broad daylight, 12:30 p.m. You'd think someone would stick around after causing an accident like that, but no. Personally, I think this raises a deeper question about accountability and what drives someone to flee the scene. Is it panic? Fear of consequences? Or something else entirely? So, here's what we know. A pedestrian was hit by a driver at a bus stop on Longville Road. The injuries were minor, thankfully, but the photo that surfaced on a local Facebook group? It's jarring. The vehicle is badly damaged, and the bus stop looks like it took a serious hit. What many people don't realize is how quickly these situations can escalate. A minor injury today could have easily been a fatality. And that's the thing, hit-and-runs aren't just about the physical damage, they're about the moral and legal aftermath. Now, let's talk about the driver fleeing the scene. From my perspective, this is where the story gets really intriguing. The police arrived, and the driver was gone. No note, no attempt to help, nothing. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a traffic incident, it's a human decision. What's going through someone's mind in that moment? Are they thinking about the person they just hit, or are they just focused on escaping? One thing that immediately stands out is the lack of empathy. I mean, we are talking about leaving someone injured at a bus stop. That's not just illegal, it's morally questionable. And here's where it gets even more complex. The victim was treated by paramedics and taken to Royal North Shore Hospital. Minor injuries, sure, but the psychological impact? That's a whole other story. What this really suggests is that the consequences of these incidents go far beyond the physical. The victim's trust in others, their sense of safety, all of that could be shaken. A detail I find fascinating is how quickly the community responded. That photo on Facebook? It spread like wildfire. People were sharing it, commenting, trying to piece together what happened. It shows how connected we are, but also how vulnerable. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Hit-and-runs aren't unique to Sydney, or even Australia. They happen everywhere. But what makes this case stand out is the setting, a busy bus stop in the middle of the day. It's not some secluded road in the dead of night. This is a place where people gather, where kids wait for their school bus, where commuters pass through daily. In my opinion, that makes it even more alarming. It's a reminder that these things can happen anywhere, anytime. So, where do we go from here? The police are investigating, which is standard procedure, but I'm curious about the broader implications. How do we prevent these incidents? Is it stricter laws? Better education? Or is it something deeper, like addressing the root causes of why someone would flee in the first place? Personally, I think it's a combination of all of the above. But here's my closing thought: incidents like these force us to confront the darker side of human behavior. They challenge us to think about accountability, empathy, and what it means to be part of a community. So, I'll leave you with this: if you were in that driver's shoes, what would you do? And more importantly, why? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to hear your take.